going to talk about my brother's 2022 Subaru Outback. We just drove it, test drove it, and took a little video. It's a cool little car. I don't know, what'd you think, Cole?
Yeah, I really liked it. It's I was things I was surprised about is we'll kind of get into it. Some kind of like neat little features that are built into it, but also still uses the old 2.5, which I was a little surprised that they still have that going.
Boxer 2.5.
Yeah, because we talked
EJ, right? Not yeah.
Yeah, correct.
FA.
So they have an FA, which is the top spec model. They used to have the V6, and they got rid of that. From what I understand.
Yeah.
Talking to your brother. I was a little surprised about how they did that lineup. It just kind of, like, if you think about it, if you're going into the dealership, right? And you're like, oh, yeah, the 2.5 is, that's the base model. And you're like, oh, cool, so what other power? Oh, we got a 2.4 as well. I know they're not pitching that way. They're probably like, non-turbo turbo, but it's just weird on paper probably looking at that. You're like, to a non-car guy or something, you're like, what? Like,
yeah.
Why is that the...
The 2.4 is the turbo version?
Yeah, that's the FA. That's the new
gotcha.
24. So... yeah, that seemed a little weird how that's structured. I'm sure that, they're going to have to. The EJ's already on the way out. They discontinued the STI. We've gone over that 1,000,001 times. Like, that motor is on its last legs,
Bye-bye.
And, that was one of your brother's gripes. He's like, if I want a fast car, I'll get a fast car. I don't need an in-betweener.
Yeah.
And we're both the same way. It's like, why buy an in-betweener? So he's like, does what I need to do, covers all the bases, and we'll get into that. But, like, just first impressions...
Dude, look at it. It looks great.
It looks great, dude.
So basically, it's all stock. He put some mud flaps on it. He got some yellow tint on the front. He did himself. But, I love driving it. I get plenty of leg room. Go ahead and play that. Yeah, plenty of leg room. Got the Rally Sport mud flaps. It's a mandatory mod for all Subarus.
For all Subarus, yeah.
One of the first mods you do. Dude, it's just out of the box. Like, it's a good car. It fucking works. Everything on it works. It drives nice. It's hard to complain. And he got a fucking good deal on it. It was mid-30s or whatever, Like, it's hard to get those $30,000 cars, but if you could find something close to it and something like this where you could fit the whole family in it and the dogs, all your shit, those are nice.
It's just, this is someone that doesn't want to break the bank, wants a car that he can,
take to the mountains.
Take to the mountains.
Take to the desert, take it off-road.
Absolutely.
And still get 33 miles per gallon wherever else they're going,
So, someone who's trying to buy a house, someone that's, probably family in the near future, like, this will fill all the needs, the necessities he needs without breaking the bank. Like, he's a car guy just like us, and I'm sure, this will just be, the car that does the job, and it'll have something fun down the road, but, like, this is a good option that people kind of overlook. You know what I mean? Like, even when I was looking for my girlfriend's car.
Dude, I forgot about the Outback. I didn't remember, and he was looking up, okay, what are the most reliable cars on the road or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, I forget the number, but it was like a big percentage of the Subaru, the brand new, it was like 70% of all Subaru Outbacks are still on the road today. It was something crazy.
Dude.
But it was and he was like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to go look at these Outbacks. And, I love the Foresters, but even this is like a little bit bigger than the Foresters, I think, in some areas.
Yeah.
I think the Forester, if I'm not wrong, is a little shorter back here, so maybe the back seat is a little bit smaller. They both look good, but this one is so fucking nice and spacious. You got plenty of room in the front and back.
Yeah, and we'll get into the ride height because, the video where you, bonk your head.
Oh my gosh, that was pretty funny.
But, like, I like the ride height. It's not crazy. Like, it's more than your standard car. Mm-hmm. But it's not crazy. Like, you're not...
It still feels like a car.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I felt, too.
Smaller than, like, a Honda CR-V feeling. Yeah. Like, not as tall, but still about that size. It's probably the similar size,
Yeah, I agree. It's a very nice car. We'll get into more. We have more clips here. So he had to get a spare.
Yeah, my brother got the tire warranty. He ended up getting a nail right in the sidewall, and they ended up giving him a new tire for free. That's what all this grease is on the tire right there.
All lubed up.
All lubed up.
But to that point, it does come with a donut, dude, and like.
Yeah, it's got a spare tire. That's sweet. Not a lot of cars come with them nowadays.
That's a rarity nowadays, which is odd to say, but it's the truth, dude. Yeah, like you can kind of see from the side profile here. It has a decent ride height.
See those? It's got a lot of good angles and curves. Go back one more. Check out these door guards or whatever you call them, like the paint match one. he was telling me too. A lot of them have, I think they're this color or they don't have them at all. But these make a big difference too. Just the styling, like, I don't know. I like it in my personal opinion. It looks good.
It streamlines it a little bit. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know you have the chrome trim around the windows.
Yeah.
It's not a bad looking car, dude. It really isn't.
No.
And especially when you factor in price and all that. It's sleek. It's like it's hard to say. Like it's like it feels very car-esque. Like when you get into the interior here.
Nice sturdy interior,
yes,
dude.
Yes.
Oh, good. Dust. Just kidding. What the
Unreal,
hell?
dude.
What the hell, Jared? Clean your car.
And that's one of the gripes that I got into later in the video. I don't know how many cut out. You know, we kind of just we shoot from the hip on this fucking channel if you haven't known. So sub the fuck up, puppets, if you want to. This channel's all about shooting from the hip. But I kind of got into I come from like the TV world, and this is a perfect example. We're looking at a TV right now. So a lot of TVs are doing high brightness, flat, right? So you don't get the same kind of glare and stuff. So like you get a great picture, but you're not getting direct sunlight. So TVs that are organic, like an OLED, use glass. But it just seems very odd to me when you get into a fucking car where you have direct sun, you're driving, you're driving at noon, you're driving maybe late day, but most times you're not driving at night. Like everyday routines, I should say, right? Like you're driving this during the day, every day, 5 at the latest for most people, right? So why do you got a fucking glossy ass screen and they're dim? Like,
and the shifter too, and not only is it looks good when it's clean, when it's brand new, when you first get it, but these are so hard to keep clean. Like I keep a bottle of interior spray and a microfiber towel, and I spray all my shit. Immediately has dust on it still. Like I can never get it off. I'm sure there's products we can get. If you know any, fucking put it in the comments. But yeah, look at the car's clean. Everything else in this car is brand new, clean. But like, I don't know. Like even this too. Like some of these things get dirty. Or we were talking about like they should have put this fabric here. Yeah. But like, I don't know. Everything looks clean, and then you got these screens that you can never get clean.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
To me, it's like angle too. It's like why you angled towards. I don't know. I didn't even know. Does he have a sunroof? I guess I didn't even look.
No sunroof.
Okay, and I don't know if that's an option or not. But can you imagine having a sunroof, having the sun beam down at this fucking angle? That's gonna glare, dude, bad. It's already glaring now. Yeah. Like they should have angled it down or done it where you have a hood, kind of like your car and a lot of cars do now.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him if it's that bad. Because when we were driving, it was bright enough. I didn't notice a glare when I was in the front seat. Yeah. But right here where the car's off, it's like, okay, Jesus, that's dirty and nice glare, But
it's just, when you're coming from a phone, like a newer iPhone, a lot of people do, new Androids, like you're reaching to like 1,000 nits and stuff, and you have these glass screens. Like you have an expectation from your everyday handset, right? Yeah. So when you go into a car, you have these dimmer screens just because they're cheaper cars. That's not where the money goes. Yeah. I just wish they would go for more of a matte finish. Like it just makes so much sense. Yeah. Because of the greenhouse and everything, or do it better.
And even the matte finish still gets fucking streaks on it. It's hard
not
as
perfect.
hell. It's not perfect.
It's not perfect.
And we're not fucking engineers, so we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, but at least I, with confidence, can say stop with this shit. Yeah. You've been stopping it here.
It scratches. Yeah, you stop on the side, but stop right there, too. It scratches. Yeah. It's hard to keep clean.
It looks good for the showroom and the first day, And then after that, you got micro abrasions, and it's fucking dusty and dirty, and fuck you. And then all these cars, not just this car with this toilet seat, like, lift. So you're like cleaning this, and then you're brushing it all in this corner. And you were talking about how hard it is to get it out of those seams. You got to get like a
toothpick or whatever wood stake, and get in there with a microfiber and clean it all out. But that's like a whole look at all these lines you got to do that with. Everything like.
But that's a 2022 issue. That's not an Outback issue. I just want to clarify that. I just like the standard things that piss you off about new cars. Still present here. Yeah. We kind of went over the hybrid setup, so you still get climate control. But blower, why can't I think of what
defrost or whatever?
Yeah, like where you're guiding the channels. Yeah, that's all touch, unfortunately,
Yeah, look, maybe they're going. Everyone thinks they want the sleek shit. Like, look, there's literally 3 buttons and a knob on both sides, and then you have the hazard button there. So yeah, it's clean. And this was a little bit better than my BMW. My BMW, you have to press fucking one button to cycle through the vent options. So, defroster, face, floor and face. It's just annoying as hell. This one is a little bit better. But still, I don't know. They're making it harder. I think that's just a common factor we're gonna have to deal with. They think that we want more shit and more complicated shit.
Yeah, and the only thing that was good about this setup was what your brother was saying, like, and what we were kind of talking about, like what you're alluding to, is like there isn't so much grouping, but you don't have the tactility and physicality of a real button.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, that's going away. So BMW might have buttons for some of that stuff, but you might have a grouping for 10 functions in one button. So what's more annoying? That's hard to fucking say, dude.
It's hard to say. I'm sure it's based on personal opinion.
But your brother's like, I'm not, we kind of went over this in our Mustang video. We're going to redo it, so I don't know. I'm sure we'll fucking talk about it. But these portrait-style screens, everyone's kind of doing it now. Ford's really doing it across their whole line. Ram, Tesla was doing it. I think they're going back to landscape. But my point is, your brother's like, I'm not too impressed.
Yeah, he doesn't care. It's like, whatever.
It might look fucking cool from afar. Someone who doesn't have it, older car, looking in on a 2022, like, wow, look at that screen.
Yeah.
But from my understanding through him, he's like, this isn't really a big shake. I don't really give a fuck, So,
yeah. Whatever.
This is a cool function he was showing me.
Oh, yeah, the roof racks like that.
And you're like, what is this IKEA shit? But, dude, this is actually really sturdy. It really is.
Yeah.
When you lock this in, like, this is usable. This isn't like, look at my stupid fucking, look at my shock value feature.
Roof racks are down. Yeah.
It works. Like, you can use this. This isn't like, look at what my car does. Like, this is actually something you could use, dude. And look at that stud.
Built-in, like, standard. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, 100%. Look at your
brother. This guy.
Yeah,
holy guy.
He's taking everybody.
Yeah. See that ring on his finger? Everybody settle
the fuck down. And then you got this guy. He knows what he's doing.
Look at him, professional over there.
Just some more views here. Kind of get more of a sense of the ride height. But it's tastefully done. It's not overdone.
Yeah.
And if you're bitching about the big intake grill on the front.
Yeah, get over it, dude. Every fucking car's got it,
Get over it.
That Subaru's kind of been consistent with that. They've all had that same huge grill in the front.
Yeah.
Dude, with the headlights, taillights look good, for the most part, everything's solid on it.
Absolutely, dude. It looks really good.
That's it. I mean, we can show us driving
more interior from the driver's side.
I like the seats, dude. The seats are nice.
Seats are really, if close to the baseline trim that you got, it's really nice. Like those are, I'm assuming those are the same buckets that are in, even the base trim. He opted for the leather wheel and the bigger infotainment, but I'm sure these class seats translate through all models until you get to the leather packages.
Yeah.
And they were real, like, I was just in the rear, but they look nice from the front, and the rear seats were nice. But yeah, I just think it's really simply done. You have a hybrid setup for the driver, like those are still analog gauges, which is kind of a rarity nowadays. But it's nice, dude. Speakers were okay. Like they were. We kind of went over in your car. Like yours is super like mid focus. Like this still has some bass for a bass car. I mean, it's not gonna blow your socks off, but you can fucking hear it at least.
Yeah.
So that's also nice. Here's some backseat action. This is where I sat. This was nice, dude. Like.
Yeah, really tall. Like we're 6. I mean, I'm 6 foot. My head was not even close. I had a foot.
Yeah, I don't know if that's another video clip or not. And I'm standard height, or 5'9", 5'8", average height. I didn't have any issue back there at all. So if you have children, probably around little baby men like me, you're probably gonna be fine back here.
Definitely, dude.
So
here's where I hit my head.
Fucking dangus, dude.
Dude, huge trunk though. You might not hear it. Let's see if they hear it. Let's turn this up. Boom.
Oh!
Yeah, watch your head. Watch your fucking head.
But you got some equipment to lift it up. You have a spare. We were talking about in that video.
Right here, you could put the cargo cover. You could take it out and slide it underneath, so you don't have to lose it in your garage like everyone used to do.
Yes, dude.
So that a few X5s are doing that. A lot of car companies are doing that now. So that's super cool. Just little stuff like that where you can not have to fucking throw your shit in the garage if you don't want it on. You can put it away,
Well, yeah, and if you're picking this up on the used market too, like that shit's really nice. If you even get it, which you probably won't, it's gonna be in shit condition because it's been laying around in your garage for years, maybe.
Exactly.
But it's just nice to have an actual spare. Like a lot of cars are doing run flats, which is fucking cool. I'm not mad about it, but it's nice to have some like an actual physical tire sometimes.
100%. It's nice to know that you can change a fucking tire.
Can we turn up a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know how much they're gonna be able to hear because we got the mic facing this way, so it doesn't really.
We don't got all the bells and whistles, everybody. No. But you can kind of see from my vantage point the glare. Jonah and his brother. You know, I bet it's not much of an issue up front. You know?
Honestly, it was pretty. It was visible. The screen. You know, it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't care.
Yeah.
But look at the dust. I mean, that's what bothered me too. At one point, he grabs a napkin and cleans it because you could tell it's bothering him.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny, you know. It's just like everything else is fucking clean. This is a brand new car, you know. But that's one of the first things that gets dirty.
And this is a small point that probably people don't factor in. This is a pretty tall dash too, which you really only find in, you know, bigger vehicles. You know what I mean? Like the new thing is like, I want to be able to see, and that's cool and all, but there's something to the point where when you have a taller dash like that, you have confidence. Like, in like a weird, maybe not true way, you're like, all right, this is built tough. I'm boxed in. If we get in a crash, I'm going to be fine.
Yeah, you got a bigger sense of, it's more sense of security, you know? Look at that. Look how much room I had right there.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
We're just talking about a bunch of random shit.
Yeah. Oh, here comes my hand.
What the hell is that hand doing right there? Holy shit. Look at him. He's just touching stuff.
Doing the Mac Daddy, dude. Yeah, I was talking about the point where a lot of these cars are like carving out
dashboard.
Correct. And it comes to a point, dude. So like someone who's standard out like me, you step in, bro, it's like your shin and knee are right there to just fucking take the impact, which is annoying.
Right here, you're talking about, right?
Yeah, correct.
You open the door, and there's that whole thing poking halfway or quarter way through the door.
But when you get into it, I don't know if you get to throw up your leg here. Like, it does, after you're in and everything's said and done, it does grant you a shit ton of leg room. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, just be careful here. Yeah, look at it. Like,
I got my feet up, and I could fully extend my legs, you know, which is not normal for me. Usually the dashboards come out to here, and I have to tuck my fucking knees underneath.
Yes, dude. So it's
I hate that.
What would you rather have? A bigger glove box and maybe a little bit more clearance to get in and out, or you'd rather have more legroom? I think on a long commute, like your brother's saying, like he wants to be able to go canoeing, he wants to be able to do long drives up north.
Yes.
You probably want the bigger legroom. So it's like, don't be an idiot like me and run your legs into the dash. But it's just a point that I've started to notice because how many times I've done it. In my girlfriend's CX-30 when that thing was still running, my grandma's Velar, like that's just a new thing where they're carving it out. And I'm not mad about it. They do the same thing in the rear seats sometimes. I don't remember if this had it, but you know those tight rear, those tight compact SUVs. They start carving out the rear of the seats as well. Yeah. So.
Oh, the back of these. Yeah. Correct. So your knees can fit. Yeah.
Yeah, and they will do little they'll bring up the center and then have the BMW definitely does that where the two rear seats you kind of have little pockets for your feet.
Yeah. Watch him smoke this WRX right here.
He was.
Crushing
he thought he was sick, dude. He was fucking.
Look at how fucking not fast it looks like we're going. It felt way faster in the car. He's going 35 right here. I'm just kidding. And smoked his ass.
Ran out of
talent,
yeah,
dude. That's WRX, dude.
But yeah, your brother said like, if you're not used to fast cars, but you know. You drive more aggressive, maybe you go for the 2.4. Like that, maybe.
Yeah.
He said it might be worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck, dude. He needs a fucking fuel economy car. He wanted a Subaru badge. He loves Subarus. He's had a few of them. But he also wanted to be able to fucking have a family car that he could fit the dogs in, drive it across the country. You know, he didn't want to have to rent a truck or a U-Haul, you know, to move his stuff. So I don't know. I think it's a great car. I like it. It's got a purpose, you know. It does its job.
The ride quality for something that's static, all-wheel drive, kind of an older style, it rode really nice. Like I'm not saying you couldn't feel the bumps, but there's no oscillations. There wasn't much body roll. We weren't fucking tracking or some shit. But like on an everyday driving like a normal person, it doesn't swish and slosh. You know what I mean? Like it feels very solid. You know. And I kind of got into this. Like it's a real all-wheel drive system. Like it's got a diff. It's not an APU where like, oh, I've sensed some slipping. I'm actually a front-wheel drive car. Let's send a little bit of the power to the rear. Like it can put all power in all four wheels at all times. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you need to do like light off-roading, say you're a camper, this got tons of cargo space.
Throw a fucking tent on the top of it, dude. It's a super utility vehicle. I don't know. What you would call it.
It's like
an all-around vehicle.
Swiss Army knife, dude. Like
Yes.
it literally does everything that you need. It's nothing special in one attribute, but it covers a lot of bases, and it's cheap. It's a good all-around car that people should start factoring in more. Because from what I'm saying, when my girlfriend was looking for a small compact-ish SUV, didn't cross our mind. Didn't even think about this, dude.
Yes.
So it's a good car that people should start factoring.
Forget about it, dude.
You absolutely forget about it. And maybe that's Subaru's problem. They do a shit job advertising stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They advertise their brand, but the actual like what models we have, I feel like they do a really crummy job, dude. They really do. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else much to talk about. It's a good car that people should start factoring in more.
Yeah, absolutely.
But had lane keep assist and had
Adaptive cruise control.
Yeah, which is kind of higher end features and something that is this low quality, low tier. It's pretty impressive that they still have that.
Yes.
You don't think of Subaru as like, you know.
What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Hi, I'm Teddy.
Hey, how are you? We can cut there.
Getting in the body, but